sections were introduced to make new and rising generation aware of the approach and style of the legendary artist. On the behalf of all host schools, I would like to convey our pleasure and privilege to host this SPIC MACAY event this evening. Today, we are celebrating legendary Sangeeta Kalanidhi and Vidwan Chembai Vaidyanath Bhagwatar through Great Masters event.
So, Nehal, yeah, you may introduce Netra Anantya to start the invocation song.
Pardon, sir?
You need to introduce Netra and Anantya students to start the invocation song. Or I'll do it. No issue. Don't not to worry. I'll do it. Not to worry. So good afternoon, namaskaram, and suswagatam. So it gives me immense pleasure to co-host this program along with Nihal. That is the great master Sangeeta Kalanidhi Chembai Vaidyanath Bhagavatar. And today, before we start the documentary, we will have Netra and Anantya Suresh Kumar from Bangalore, who will be singing an invocation song in Carnatic music. And both of them are students, and they have actually relocated from Boston 8 years back. They're called Boston Sisters, and one of them has completed 12th standard and an aspiring medical student. Another one is in the 10th standard. So Netra and Anantya, you can start your invocation song now. Please go ahead.
Sanadi patim surapatim bhakta ganapatim vajiham ratnasimha sanadi patim surapatim bhakta ganapatim vajiham ratnasimha sanadi patim surapatim bhakta ganapatim vajiham ratnasimha sanadi patim surapatim bhakta ganapatim raktambaradara ragadvishadihara raktambaradara ragadvishadiharam raktambaradara ragadvishadiharam raktambaradara ragadvishadiharam Parvati priya karo mohana karo raktambaradara ragadvishadihara Parvati priya karo mohana karo kapada sadapagari sadasa Gapada sada pagari sada sa pagari da paga sada pagari gapada sada pagari sada sa pagari da paga sada pagari sari ga da pagari ga pa sa sada pa da gari sada pa da sari ga da pagari ga pa sa sada pa da gari sada pa da sari ga Tadari dara sa pa pa da ga ga pa ri ri ga sa sa ri sa sa ga ri pa ga ra pa sa da sa ri ga sa pa da sa pa sa ri ga sa ga ri sa da pa ri sa da pa ga sa da pa ga ri ga ga na pa te pa ji hum ga na sin ha Senadi Patim Surapatim Bhakta Ganapatyam Parashuram Nakshetra Prabhavo Payasana Homadi Bhavo Parashuram Nakshetra Prabhavo Payasana Homadi Bhavo Panchakrityatita Prabhavo Bhaktajanani Samoha Vaibhavam Sakala Karyata Sachitam Varam Sakala Karyata Sachitam Varam Vamadevani Pujitam Param Sakala Karyata Sachitam Varam Vamadevani Pujitam Param Varija Bhava Vandita Vallavesham Guru Guhanutam Parama Shiva Sutam Kapada Sada Pagari Sadasa Pagari da Paga Sada Pagari Sarika da Pagari Kapa Sada Papa da Gari Sada Pada Sarika Tadari Dana Sapa Pada Ganga Paririga Sasari Sasagari Pagara Pasada Sarika Sa Pada Sapa Sarika Sa Gari Sada Pari Sada Paga Sada Pagari Rakta Gana Padim Vaji Hamdana Sanani Patim Surapatim Bhakta Ganapatyam.
Thank you, Netra and Anantya, for this wonderful song, Rakta Ganapatim and Raga Mohanam. And God bless both of you. Both Netra and Anantya are students of Joshi Shobha Ramesh, who is a founder director of Nirvana Academy of Music. And may God bless you in all your future endeavors. And so now what I'll do is I'm going to be briefly telling about Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavata. So, to talk about Chembai, probably it may take me decades and years, but I've been given 3 minutes time to talk about Chembai. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to briefly talk about Chembai, and then we'll have 3 questions from the students from the school, which I will answer. And then we will play the documentary video, followed by some of the choicest songs of Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavata. So thank you, Vivekananda Kendriya Vidyalaya School, Udaipur, for joining today's program. So I'll be talking about Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavata. So Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavata was born on 28 August 1986 and a singer from Palghat state of Kerala, India. Known by his village name Chembai, or simply as Bhagavatar, he was born to Ananta Bhagavatar and Parvati Amma in 1896 into a Tamil Brahmin family in Perakul, Madom, Parvati Amma birth home, adjacent to Lokanaravaku near Vatakara on Janmashtami Day. So it's important. Look at it. He was born on Janmashtami Day. He lived here until he was 5 years old. The family shifted to Palghat, and Chembai was known for his powerful voice and a majestic style of singing. His first public performance was in 1904 when he was 9, a recipient of several titles and honors, including the Madras Music Academy Sangeeta Kalanidhi in 1951. The family Chembai has many phonographic records to his credit, recorded from 1832 to 1946. Those were the days when the advent of concert microphone and a singer was entirely dependent on the timbre and reach of his voice for a successful concert. Chembai was blessed with a voice of great depth. Chembai, old friend T.G. Krishna Iyer from Tripunutara had settled in Madras, now Chennai, and offered a house to Chembai on Palace Road in Santhome. He had composed some 155 kritis in Telugu, Malayalam, Tamil, and Sanskrit under the name Lalita Dasar and requested Chembai to popularize them. Chembai set the kritis to classical music and got them published under the name Lalita Dasa Kirtanagal. He made it a practice to sing these kritis in most of his concerts. He also released a record containing selected kritis from Lalita Dasa kritis like Yavariki Telusamma in Danyasi and several other compositions. One of the stalwarts admired the strengths of Chembai's singing. For instance, upon witnessing that Chembai was able to sing 3 music concerts in a single day. You know, each music concert goes for 4 hours. So he had 3 music concerts sung on a single day. And Sangeeta Kalanidhi, G.N. Balasubramaniam had said to have remarked, these are not ordinary men. These are the asuras of the music field. If I sing one concert, I need to take rest the whole day. The legendary percussionist Pudukottai Dakshinamurthy Pillai would call him Laya Brahmam for his impeccable grasp of Tala and Laya. Sangeeta Kalanidhi K.V. Narayana Swami has also remarked on Chembai's ability to hold notes aligned perfectly to the Shruti for the extended interval of time. Chembai had many disciples, including the famous music singer K.J. Yesudas. I think all of you know Yesudas ji, and many noted musicians like Sangeeta Kalanidhi, T.V. Gopalakrishnan, P. Leela, Jaya Vijaya twins, and Kudumani Venkatraman, and Paramashivan Bhagavadar, and others. Chembai had several awards and titles to his credit. He got 1951 the highest accolade in Carnatic music, that is the Sangeeta Kalanidhi, Sangeet Natak Academy in 1958, Padma Bhushan in 1973, and Department of Post, Government of India released a special issue stamp of in Chembai's birth centenary year 1996. Chembai had been conducting a music festival in his native village from 1924 onwards. This was continued by his family, and now Chembai Srinivasan and Chembai Suresh Subramanian. The concert called Chembai Ekadasi Music Festival is held annually in February and March. So this is in a nutshell a brief about Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavata. Now the students can ask me the questions, and after that we play the documentary. So students, go ahead. Charu, are you there?
Yeah, she need to unmute.
Charu, unmute and ask the questions.
Actually, she has not given the right.
Okay, so
PKB Udaipur, Charu Sharma.
yeah, Abhishek, you need to give Charu the rights.
Hello everyone, my name is Charu Sharma. I am from BKV Udaipur, Rajasthan, and my question is: at what age Guruji learned music?
So it's a very, very interesting question, and you will be surprised. As children, we all play with toys, but here, Chembai, at the age of 3, can you believe it, began to learn Carnatic music from his father in the customary Guru Shishya tradition, and also began playing violin and flute training in 1912. And the family connection with classical music spans 5 centuries. So Vaidyanatha Bhagavatar's father, Ananta Bhagavatar, was a violinist and a singer from Chembai near Palagat, to whom the local Maharaja awarded the title Gana Chakratanam, indicating his mastery of special closed-mouth style of singing Thanam. And Chembai is also one of the 12 names of Sirgari, the birthplace of Saint Jnana Sambandar, 7th century in Tamil Nadu. So this is a brief about Chembai, when he started music, and there are other few questions which are there, which I will cover up. So can we have the second question? Thank you, Charu, for the question. Can we have the second question, please? Jinanshi?
Hello everyone, I am Jinanchi Jain from Vivekanand Kendra Vidyalaya, Udaipur, Rajasthan. My question is, what is special about Chembai's music?
Okay. Some of the noteworthy events that helped shape Chembai's career include his Arangetram debut in Nottapalam in 1904, performance at Vaikom and Guruvayur in 1907, his year with Kalikudi Nateshan Shastri, and accolades he received from Palghat Anantarama Bhagavadar. Between 1913 and 1927, he performed at many different music festivals and sabhas, notably including the Madras Music Academy and then often forgotten the Jagannatha Bhakti Sabha. There is one very interesting story about Chembai. In Chembai in 1952 had lost his voice and couldn't chant the name of his favorite deity, Guruvayurappan. He prayed fervently, and apparently his prayers were answered when a stranger gave treatment to his voice for 18 days in Kerala at the residence of Neelakantan Nambudiri Park. He came around and was able to sing with increased vigor. Since then, he donated the majority of his earnings to the Guruvayurappan temple. So this is one of the very, very key, notable, uh, uh, prominent things in which happened in Chembai's life. The next question.
Hello everyone, myself Janvi Trivedi from Vivekanand Kendra Vidyalaya, Udaipur, Rajasthan. So my question is, can you tell us about some of his important events?
Okay. One of the important events I already told you, and one was Chembai had a vigorous, strong, vibrant, and a ringing, resonant voice. He would sing in a clear, open-throated style that requires high levels of physical and mental endurance to pull off. So in the late 90s, there was no microphone at all. But with this vigorous voice, people in the last row could hear Chembai's music so prominently that it was full throat voice, and he could pull it off with high level of mental endurance, and he did so with immensely effortless manner. He also had a wonderful sense of accurate kala pramana, that is the time measure, especially when people sing, they have to keep tala, and he could do neraval and swara prastaras from any given point, which spoke of his mental alertness in a concert. And most important thing is his empathy for accompaniments and disciples who are noteworthy. He would go great lengths to encourage them. So this was something unique about Chembai's style. So now, without any more questions, children?
No, sir, thank you.
Okay. So if we don't have any more questions, before we start the video, I'd like to give a little background about the video. This is a documentary on Chembai. So there are two documentaries of Chembai, and followed with one of his unique compositions, which only he can sing in the Carnatic music field. And towards the end, we have a shloka, which is so unique, which is unique and linked to Chembai. So I would like you all to sit for this 80 minutes video, and you may put off your audios and videos, and you can enjoy the documentary, come sing some songs of Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavata. So you will all be blessed with the way the program has been, the videos have been organized. So kindly sit back, relax, and enjoy the wonderful music of Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavata. So with this, I request Abhishek to start playing the video. Abhishek.
Sir, please check the audio. Audio is not there.
Sorry for the technical problem. We'll be right back.
Okay, thank you.
Abhishek, is there a problem with the video? Children, wait for a few minutes. Abhishek is fixing the technical issue.
Yes, sir. No problem, sir. Thank you.
O Rama, I cherish the deepest love for you, and I am blessed to possess this love. The soulful expression, devotion of the highest order. True, Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavatar lived it. From the Rigvedic age till today, the primacy of spiritual values in human life has been advocated by poets, saints, and singers. In recent times from the state of Kerala, Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavatar is most notably so. In the Palghat district of Kerala, the village singularly popular for music is Chembai. Here, Tamil-speaking immigrants had settled 3 or 4 centuries ago, of whom many were musically proficient. In 1896, Vaita was born here to Ananta Bhagavatar and Parvati Ammal. Ananta Bhagavatar was a draw as a teacher of Carnatic music to Vaita and his younger brother Subramaniam too. Many great performing musicians visited his house frequently. The musical atmosphere enabled the boys to master the nuances of Shruti, Laya and Raga. The little boy Vaita's genius in music attracted them, thus turning their house to musicians galore. Their first concert was in a local temple. Then they were invited from far and near to perform. Their first taste of income came in 1905 when they performed in Krishna temple, Vattapalam. Their father accompanied them on the violin. This family was not only a repository of musical tradition, but also at the father's inspiration, totally dedicated to God. Music was to them an expression of devotion. The boys attended the concerts of contemporary musicians and had their repertoire replenished. Chembai brothers' concerts in temples captivated the listeners who longed to hear them every year. And to this, the brothers yielded with joy, thus making them a regular annual feature. A chain of such scintillating performances earned for them another stalwart's blessing, Kaliyakudi Natesha Shastri, the famous Harikatha expert. He loved to take the boys with him in his discourse tour and made them sing in the midst of the performance. People loved this combination. In 1910, at Tiruvarur, one such performance delighted many musicians. Most impressed was the Mridangam maestro, Pudukkottai Dakshinamurthy Pillai. Young Vaita married Meenakshi in 1911. In 1912, in his 16th year, he began to teach music. In Karur, Tuttachi Chettiar's music festival was so famous that Vaidyanathan yearned to sing here. As he was very young and new, he was refused the chance by the principal organizer and great musicologist of the times, Harikesanallur Muttaya Bhagavatar. Vaidyanathan was greatly disappointed. He didn't stop. He stepped in as a violinist, accompanying a Jalakarangam performer. The sparkle of his performance enchanted everyone, including the organizers. Then, when offered a reward, Vaidyanathan rejected, but preferred a chance to perform then and there. Now Muttaya Bhagavatar happily conceded. The result was Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavatar and his brothers debut as great performing artists. Tiruvayyaru too, the Chembai brothers sang amidst great musicians and won their hearts. After their father's death, Subramanya Bhagavatar preferred to stay on in Chembai. Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavatar began to perform alone. And his son-in-law, Chembai Narayanan, later accompanied him in his concerts. The other patronizing state, Mysore, wished Vaidyanatha Bhagavatar to become their court musician. For fear that his Chembai Dasara festival, falling on the same day, would suffer, Vaidyanatha Bhagavatar forsook such a great honor for religion. The Mysore royal court wished to honor him. The customary habit of the performing artist to wear the formal attire was informed to him. Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavatar refused.
So there was a little bit of commotion. Then immediately Maharaja said, what he says is true because he is a Sangeeta Chakravarti. And I'm a Maharaja. It's fitting that he said that like that, and he gave his own dress because he respected the stature of the musician as second to nothing.
Titles and honors followed. 1940, Tanjavur music lovers gave him the title Gayana Gandharva. 1948, at Tirunelveli, Kalki honored him with Sangeet Samrat. 1951, Sangeeta Kalanidhi. 1958, Sangeet Natak Academy Award. Padma Bhushan, as well as the honor given by Tirupati Devasthanam.
But he had lots of disciples. He left a great tradition of disciples. Maybe some of them are not performing, but so many of them. I am one. And then the Gurukulam, for the first time, which he conducted in Chembai, many people learned. V.R. Krishnan, Mani Bhagavatar of Coimbatore, and Mani Bhagavatar of Mangalore, and then Povali Raman Namboodiripadi is also his disciple, and V.R. Krishnan, Akhandadevi Alagar Swami, Palakul Subbaraju, the teacher, master of Mandolin Srinivas, Subbaraju was one of his disciples, and Mathur Hariharan, Jaya Vijaya, they performed very many concerts, and P. Leela, Guruvayur Pannammal, Guruvayur Dorai, so many, and also Yashudas.
Jaya Vijaya and TVG. We gone to Chembai Swami's place and requested him. So he was so happy and he blessed me. Then we arranged the program at Bombay. And he came, and after the program he given me a title. And the first program itself, he given me a Ponnade, which the Ponnade was given by the Kamagodi Peter. That much greatness he was having, and he blessed me and given me a title. And afterwards, we had a great relationship that I can't forget it. Means properly, if I say that, like the other students, I never have a chance to sit with him and learn more.
വളരെ നന്നായിട്ടാണ് പഠിപ്പിക്കുക, വളരെ വേഗം പഠിപ്പിക്കും. അദ്ദേഹം പറഞ്ഞു വരുമ്പോൾ ആ സ്വരസ്ഥാനങ്ങളൊക്കെ നമ്മളുടെ ഉള്ളിൽ തട്ടും.
A great teacher, he would teach swaras and sangatis 100 times.
ഓരോ സംഗതിയും 100 തവണ ആവർത്തിച്ച് ചെല്ലിക്കും.
He taught music for over 6 decades, creating generations of disciples, an asset to the world of Carnatic music.
ഭാഗവതരുടെ സ്ഥാനം വളരെ ആകർഷകമാണ്. താനെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അത് രാഗവിസ്താരം പോലെ തന്നെ ഓരോ സ്വരത്തിൽ നിർത്തി വിസ്തരിക്കാണ്.
In his Tanam, he elaborated each swara, applying the Veena Sampradaya, bringing the fine melody of Veena in his voice.
സ്വീകരിച്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അതാണ് ഇത്രയും നന്നാവാൻ കാരണം.
அடிச்சது நான் மட்டும் வந்துகிட்டு இருப்பேன். நாங்கள்லாம் இங்க தானே இருக்கோம். எல்லாரும் வந்து பார்ப்பார். இங்கேயே எல்லாரும் படிச்சுக்கொண்டு சாப்பிட்டுக்கொண்டு
His
படிச்சுக்கொண்டு
sister says it was no ordinary joy when his disciples lived here as family members. At such zenith of glory,
അമ്പത്തിരണ്ടില് എനിക്ക് മുണ്ടുവയ്യാണ്ടായി. സംസാരിച്ചാൽ ആർക്കും കേൾക്കില്ല. ഈ പാടുന്നവർക്ക് ഒച്ചയല്ലേ പ്രധാനം. അപ്പോ ആ കൊല്ലം ഏകാദശിക്ക് ഇവിടെ വന്നുവിടുമ്പോ നടക്ക് നിന്നിട്ട് ഗുരുവായൂരപ്പ നമ്മളെ പാട്ട് കേൾക്കുകയ്യ ശോകം ചെല്ലുന്നു കൂടി കേൾക്കുകയ്യാണ്ടായോ ഗുരുവായൂരപ്പനെ ഇത്ര ഒരു മുഷ്കലായോ എന്റെ പേർക്ക് ഞാൻ നടക്കി നിന്ന് നിലവിളിച്ചങ്ങോട്ട് പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. ആർക്കും കേൾക്കില്ല. അവിടെ കിടക്ക പൊട്ടിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്, അഷ്ടമി പാടിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്, അനേക ഭക്തന്മാർ നാരായണ 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 ഇങ്ങനെ ജപിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇതൊന്നും ആർക്കും കേൾക്കില്ല. അപ്പൊ കുറച്ച് ഒരു 50 അടി അങ്ങേപ്പുറത്തുനിന്ന് ഒരാള് പിന്നാലെ വന്നിട്ട് ഞാനൊന്ന് പരീക്ഷിച്ച് നോക്കട്ടെ, തന്റെ ഒച്ചയൊന്ന് ഗുരുവായൂരപ്പന്റെ 50 രൂപയുടെയും കൃപയുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഞാനൊന്ന് പരീക്ഷിച്ച് നോക്കാമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു വൈദ്യമഠം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഒരു നമ്പൂരി പിന്നാലെ പുറത്ത് തട്ടിയിട്ട് എന്നോട് പറഞ്ഞു, ഞാൻ വൈകുന്നേരം കാറും കൊണ്ടുവരാം, നമുക്ക് പൂണ്ടി മനക്കിലേക്ക് പോവാം.
When he came to this house, my house, and stayed there, and he gave him treatment, and within say 18 days the voice changed and became a good voice, and it was more brilliant than before.
Rama Bhakti Gina Jala, Rama Bhakti Gina Jala, Rama Bhakti Gina Jala, Rama 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 Bhakti Gina Jala, Rama 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 Bhakti Gina Jala, Rama 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 Bhakti Gina Jala. Mother Gajala, Bhakti Gina Jala, Mother Gajala, Bhakti Gina Jala, Mother Gajala, Vande Madara
he recovered his rich, ringing bronze bell voice, melodious and lustrous. His devotion to God became boundless. With his bhakti, his munificence too increased.
அப்பா கச்சேரி வந்ததை பொண்ணையே என்ன கூப்பிட்டுக்கிட்டு வருவா, வந்ததே ரூபாயை தருவா, அப்படியே நாங்கள் ரூபாயிருப்பம் பெட்டியில அந்த ரூபாய் அப்படியே போடுவோம்.
His daughter recalls that whatever he earned after his 60th year, he gave it to Guruvayurappan.
அதனால கச்சேரிக்காரர்களுக்கு நல்லா என்கரேஜ் பண்ணுவா. அப்புறமா 60 வயசுலேருந்து கடைசி ரூபாயில 78 வயசு வரைக்கும் குருவாயூரப்பன்ல அப்புறம் அர்ப்பணம் பண்ணியிருக்கா.
அக்ரே பச்சாமி தேஜோ अग्रे पंचामि तेजो निबिड़ दरगरा यावली यावली लोभनीयम अग्रे अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिड़ दरगला यावली लोभनी
He was the first musician to give gramophone records in pure, only exclusively Tamil compositions. Gopala Krishna Bharati's Tamil compositions and Ramananda Swamigal's Orumayodu Unadu Thiruvadi Nenakkinra. All these were given before 1930s. He found a friend in T.G. Krishnayar was called Lalita Dasar, who composed a lot of songs in Tamil, Sanskrit and Telugu. Beautiful compositions. He loved the compositions so much that he composed music for them and he popularized them.
Contented, happy Chembai, an endearingly humorous person, treating alike the cognizant and lay, old or young. A believer in satsang, radiating love and joy. Despite the whirlpool of worldliness around, he remained uniquely human.
Once, myself and my two younger brothers, Dr. L. Subramaniam and Dr. L. Shankar, we violin trio accompanied Chembai Mama for a concert. It was a very wonderful experience. That day we used all the three of us in proportion to show our individual talents and made the concert very successful. He was such a kind of broad-minded and great musician.
His generous hands outstretched to help poor and needy. He made handsome donation to Shoranur Ayurveda Ashram. With what he earned from the film Vani with Mysore T. Chaudhaya, he gave a plate of gold to Parthasarathi temple of his village.
സംഗീത വിദ്വാനുകളുടെ ரொம்ப பெரிய മനസ്സ് പടച്ച ഒരു വിദ്വാൻ ചെമ്പൈ വൈദ്യനാഥ ഭാഗവതർ.
He was a large-hearted musician. On his request, my Guru Maharajapuram Vishwanatha sent me to sing in his village temple in Kerala. From then on, a stream of performances followed.
வந்து கேட்டுக்கிட்டார், என்னை அனுப்பிச்சார் இவர். நான் போய் பாடிட்டு வந்தேன். அதிலிருந்து தொடர்ந்து எனக்கு கச்சேரிகள் நிறைய நடக்க ஆரம்பிச்சது.
Guru Kadaksha illame we can't do anything that is there. And particularly I can't forget my Chembai Sami. He blessed us. That is the only blessings we are living with that. And we never forget his footprints, and we are always praying. That's enough for our livelihood.
After a strenuous journey, he was tired. Yet he insisted that he would perform in the temple. Yes, he did sing the Anayasena Maranam. That day, each song, phrase, melody, scored and touched the audience. Returning home, he performed the daily religious rites, and as he was sitting, he breathed his last. It was an Anayasena Maranam, as he had wished. A Karma Yogi to the very last. His music thrilled and thrills, lifting the listener to the heights of spiritualism.
Manusyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatataamapi siddhanam kaschid mam veti tatvatah. Viniyagini vaigade
O Rama, I cherish the deepest love for you, and I am blessed to possess this love. The soulful expression, devotion of the highest order. True, Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavatar lived it. From the Rigvedic age till today, the primacy of spiritual values in human life has been advocated by poets, saints, and singers. In recent times from the state of Kerala, Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavatar is most notably so. In the Palghat district of Kerala, the village singularly popular for music is Chembai. Here, Tamil-speaking immigrants had settled 3 or 4 centuries ago, of whom many were musically proficient. Boundless. With his bhakti, his munificence too increased.
காலில்
शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशम् शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशम् विश्वाकारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं विश्वाकारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृद्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरम् सर्वलोकैकनाथम् शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृद्यानगम्यं शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं विश्वाकारं गगनसदृशं विश्वाकारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृद्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम् Oh. योगीन्द्राणां त्वदङ्गे रुचिकसुमधुरं मुक्तिभाजां निवासो भक्तानां कामवर्धजितरुगिसलयम् नाददे पादमूलम् नित्यं चित्तस्थितं मे पवनपुरपदे कृष्णकारुण्यसिन्धो कृत्वा निषेधतावान् प्रदिशतु परमानन्दसन्दोहलक्ष्मी वन्दे मातरमम्बिकां भगवतीं वाणीरमादेविताम् कल्याणीं कमनीयकल्पलतिकां कैलासनाथप्रियाम् वेदान्तप्रतिपाद्यमानविभवां विद्युन्मनोरञ्जनीम् श्रीचक्राङ्कितरत्नपीठनिलयाम् श्रीराजराजेश्वरी
I think we have come to the end of the program. Arpita, I think you can give a note of thanks.
Please make her co-host.
Abhishek, you need to make
Sir,
a
I can't see Arpita.
Oh.
Okay.
She will join. Just wait.
Just a minute. Arpita, can you put up your hand? So, I think it's a challenge. Gupta ji, I myself will tell the vote of thanks. So, on behalf of SPIC MACAY, I would like to thank each one of you today for supporting us through the event. Today, we leave with the feeling that it holds good for Sangeeta Kalanidhi and Vidwan Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavata, a great teacher who showed the correct path of teaching. Is a perennially flowing river and he lives forever in Indian music. We would like to thank the founder director of SPIC MACAY, Professor Emeritus Dr. Kiran Seth from IIT Delhi, who's been bestowed with Padma Shri and also been given the Sangeet Nataka Academy Award, and also thank the SRF Foundation for making this event happen. Also wish to thank the principals, teachers and students from Vivekananda Kendriya Vidyalaya, Udaipur, Rajasthan, I hope you all enjoyed your time today. Thank you, and I have a great weekend, and bye-bye. And we would be doing a similar kind of a program next Saturday at 3 o'clock. And just to I take few more minutes, I just wanted to inform you that my wife's grandfather was a very good friend of Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavata. So traditionally, the lineage of music in my wife's family goes to Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavata, and he apparently sang for my wife's grandfather's wedding ceremony. And my wife and her mother, Janaki Ramachandran, are in the audience today, and I thank them for the effort to come in at different timings. And thank you very much, one and all. Thank you, school, for all the efforts you have put in. Thank you, children, for all the efforts you have done. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you, Netra and Anantya, for that wonderful song. So with this, we can formally close today's SPIC MACAY Great Master event. Thank you all, one and all. Abhishek, we can close the event.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.